And also, I'm just going to talk about schooling. And I do this every podcast, and I just want to know your thoughts on the whole school system and how if things should be changed, if there should be a financial course, if there should be this, if there should be that. So, what's your whole philosophy on it?
So this might be a long-winded answer because I actually feel passionate about this area.
Okay.
Well as us. Yeah, I was a very system kid. So if you asked me in high school, I was gonna tell you, college is mandatory for everyone, and you need to get your 4-year degree, then you need to get your master's, and then I was gonna get my doctorate, right? And I was just very system, and then I was gonna leave school and be able to make all this money, right? And that was the way for success in the country, right? I couldn't be more opposite now, because I look back on it and I got a full ride to college. Okay, I could have done whatever degree I wanted. I could have done it for free.
Academic or
academic?
Okay.
Yeah, and I could have done it anything that I wanted for free. But I soon realized that unless you were a doctor, an accountant, computer science, or maybe I'm missing a few more, you're boxing yourself. Because in order to be an accountant, you have to have an accountant degree, right?
Correct.
In order to be a doctor, you need to go to medical school. For people that, and I hope I'm not offending anyone, but for people that are going for and I'm talking to myself here. I was one of those people.
Yeah.
For people that are going for business, why? You get what I mean? Why are you doing that? Because take it from somebody who was a system person, who, if I was doing what I wanted to do, maybe I'd be making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year. Right now, I'm making 10 times that, and I didn't need a college degree for what I'm doing.
Yeah. Nor
did it help me at all. I wish I could sit here and tell you, college really taught me how to manage my time. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. I had so much free time, and I goofed off during my free time. So, it didn't teach me that, right?
Yeah.
I was taught that by getting into the workforce, right? So, I'm not trying to discredit college. I think it's good for a lot of people. Some people, a lot of people. But it's funny you ask me that, because I'm the opposite of a system person at this point in my career and in my life. And I look back on it and I'm like, I know we've spoken a couple times, Sean. I'm like, man, you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Because I think that you're going to really start reaping the benefits.
Just because, I mean, it started off young when I was 15 or 16, and then I'm talking to my stepdad. He was a lawyer who went to the University of Miami, who went there for 8 years, and he's still to this day paying off his college tuition, and he's not even doing law. He's not even doing law anymore. He's teaching. So now he needs to go on a separate degree of teaching degree.
Yeah.
And it's why handicap yourself like that?
Well, there's some crazy statistic that I think it's 75 or 80% of people end up doing something different than they got their college degree anyways.
Everyone at the brokerage, everyone at Blue Realty, majority of them went to college. None of them used a single lick of
I know.
Of college.
Exactly. So I think that our society just pushes that on us, as kids, because our society has some ulterior motives sometimes. I mean, think about how much student debt there is.
Yeah.
Think about how much that funds different programs and things of that nature. And it's kind of if you think about it, it's kind of scammy. Really scammy. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's
but that's the thing. So I remember, my initial goal going to 9th grade when I was in high school, and then I wanted to be going to MIT to be an engineer. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And one, I didn't know how much work that actually took to be an engineer and what it really took for that. But on the same sense, I thought I was going to high school to get great teachers and really teach me how to live a good life and do certain things. And the first day of high school, this is it?
Yeah.
This is what everything's busted. Everyone's busting their face off just to get perfect grades. You guys are wasting your entire 4 years on that. And sure, I could have worked a little bit harder in school. I'm not going to say, because I did goof off a little bit. But I found the best mentors. I got to do crazy job opportunities because maybe I didn't focus so much on my grades, but I focused on life instead. I was like, what am I really going to do after college? Because I know if I'm in photography and I'm doing videography and things like that, college isn't going to serve.
Correct.
I can go to film school, but I don't really want to go to Hollywood. I want to go into the more commercial space.
Yeah.
So nothing could click, but everyone's like, no, you still need to go to college, but they couldn't tell me why. And I was like, please explain your reason. Like, because it's necessary. It's like, explain your reason. They would never get a little more below the surface. Yeah, it's really kind of scammy how they push it on you, because when it's a scam when they can't tell you why.
Yeah.
That's how I always say things.
I have an interesting perspective. I don't know if you ever heard this before. I think I heard it from somewhere. I don't know where, though. Think about this for a second. What makes an A student an A student? Is it because they're creative and they think outside of the box? No, it's because they're good at following rules.
Correct.
That's what makes A students A students.
Yeah.
Right? I was an A student. And it was because in high school I was good at following rules. I knew how to get good grades. C students a lot of the times, and that's why I read a book one time. It's called A Students Work for C Students. Because C students, typically, they're the ones that aren't, they're thinking about something else. They're not paying attention sometimes. They're not fitting the checklist box when you turn in a project that they had to meet. But a lot of the times those types of students, and take it from a teacher, I was a teacher. A lot of times those types of students, they grow up to be, the business owners, right? And the people that are at the top of wealth in this country, because they think outside of the box. They think differently. They're not thinking like structured and system and I'm going to go be an employee. They're thinking I'm going to go be an employer. Right. And so just a different, that's like a perspective.
Exactly.